32.7 millones de personas han fallecido a nivel mundial debido a enfermedades relacionadas al SIDA desde el inicio de la epidemia.
700,000 people in the United States have died from AIDS-related illnesses since 1981.
My brother Robert Merez, he was a field rep for U.S. Senator Barbara Boxer in Sacramento. He was hospitalized in February of 2004, February 8th to be exact, and he died April 20th, 2004 from HIV/AIDS. He never shared with anyone that he was HIV positive. We only found out once he was hospitalized. We went into his home and we found his HIV meds in the closet.
今天，全球有3800万人感染艾滋病毒。
خطورة انتقال المرض هي أعلى ب 26 مرة بين الشباب المثليين حول العالم.
« 29 fois plus élevé chez les personnes s'injectant des drogues.
30 veces más alto para trabajadores sexuales.
And 13 times higher for transgender people.
在当今的美国，有1/7的人不知道自己的感染情况。
الأمريكان المصابين من أصول أفريقية هن أقل عرضة لتلقي العلاج والعناية اللازمة للوصول لمستوى صحي ومحاربة تطور المرض.
En 2018, les jeunes représentaient 21% des nouveaux diagnostics de VIH aux États-Unis.
Hi, I'm James. I'm 33 years old from Pacoima, California, and I'm HIV positive.
Hoy día, más de 25,000 personas anualmente reciben servicios en San Francisco AIDS Foundation.
And the Los Angeles LGBT Center welcomes more than 32,000 client visits to their STI, HIV, and PrEP programs.
在2019年，旧金山有74%的艾滋病毒感染者病毒量受抑制。
Y más de 18,000 personas están inscritas en un programa de PrEP en el condado de Los Ángeles.
En 2018, moins de 200 cas de VIH ont été diagnostiqués à San Francisco pour la première fois.
86% من المصابين في لوس أنجلوس بيتابعوا حالتهم الصحية باستمرار.
We come together to work for a world where everyone has access to treatment and prevention, regardless of borders.
在这个世界 ，LGBT 人群可以茁壮成长，成为社会里健康、平等和完整的一员。
Où la justice sanitaire est assurée pour toutes les personnes vivant avec le VIH ou à risque de contracter le VIH.
شكرا لدعمكم المستمر وشكرا لوقوفكم معنا لنحارب HIV ونقضي على الإيدز.
Gracias por unirse a nosotros en la lucha por recordar y eliminar el SIDA.
Good evening. I am Sister Unity from the Los Angeles Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. We are here together on World AIDS Day to remember those we have lost to AIDS and to acknowledge those living with HIV. Tonight, we reaffirm our commitment to raise funds and support the services of the Los Angeles LGBT Center and San Francisco AIDS Foundation. We hope this evening you will be inspired as we hear from long-term survivors and honor those we have lost since the beginning of the epidemic. Members of the community will share what this day means to them, and we have some very special performances lined up. This evening will end with a candlelight vigil in remembrance of those we have lost. If you would like to participate by lighting your candle with our vigil, then go to your fundraising page, and in the participant center, there is a link to the Zoom meeting. where the vigil will be held. Also, if you would like to keep watching the broadcast without joining the Zoom meeting, you can light the candle wherever you are and continue to watch the vigil on the broadcast. Let's begin tonight by honoring our long-term survivors. There are 1.2 million people currently living in the United States with HIV. 50% of the 1.2 million have lived half their lives with HIV. The Los Angeles LGBT Center and San Francisco AIDS Foundation have many programs to support long-term survivors with services and community. One of the programs offered by San Francisco AIDS Foundation is a social services network called the Elizabeth Taylor 50 Plus Network. Let's take a look at what they have to offer.
My name is Carlos, and I am an HIV long-term survivor.
My name is Michael, and I am an HIV long-term survivor.
My name is Kevin, and I'm an HIV long-term survivor.
Being a long-term survivor, for me, means not being a victim. I believe in celebrating what we've come through, what we survived, how resilient we are, and we still have something to say.
I was diagnosed with HIV in Los Angeles around 1985.
At the time, I was given a 30% chance of surviving. It was a really terrifying time for me.
I was very frightened about that. I had friends that started, and 6 months later, they were just on their last breath.
Eventually, I moved to San Francisco to deal with my diagnosis and a drug problem.
I left New York, came to California in '82, because everything was so dark and just depressing in New York.
I did get into a detox program and a recovery program. I was thrown out of my intake interview, which was pretty horrifying at the time.
I also was diagnosed with hepatitis B, and I had end-stage renal failure, and about 3 years later, it was liver cancer.
I had no place to go, and I did see one of the counselors, and he said, you know, AIDS Foundation is down at Market and Van Ness.
They have a substance use harm reduction program. That was my introduction to San Francisco AIDS Foundation.
I went down there on a Friday afternoon, and they gave me a hotel for the weekend, which was life-saving.
And in my support groups, one of the things I realized what drove my substance use was the aging process. I couldn't deal with that.
I always feel guilty for the people who didn't survive. That I'm still here breathing and talking to you today, that kind of guilt stays with me.
I just didn't feel I was good enough. I felt like I was damaged goods.
I just thought I was becoming irrelevant. I was feeling hopeless.
Loneliness is just part of my life, and as I get older, it doesn't get any easier.
My body was now starting to fall apart. I was feeling invisible.
It was depression, basically, that I didn't recognize. And one day I woke up and I just didn't go out anymore.
One of my most recent counselors suggested this new group that was starting, which was the Elizabeth Taylor 50 Plus Network.
The 50 Plus was purely a social organization with men over 50, and that was just exactly what I needed. Seeing guys who are older than I was, and they're alive, they're thriving, they're having a good time, they're involved in, activism.
Once I started going to the 50 Plus Network, I started volunteering not only with them, but with a local school.
I've been abstinent from substance use. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with aging. I celebrate the fact that I'm the age that I am.
The most important thing I'm getting from being part of the 50 Plus Network is the joy of rebuilding our community.
I found my voice, and the most important thing is I feel much more connected to my community.
Each person brings their own story, but if you sit and listen, they're telling your story.
There have been times where I feel like the AIDS Foundation, they're the only people that care about me. That's wonderful to have.
I think I'd be incomplete without 50 Plus Network.
It allowed me to blossom.
The only time I really feel resilient is when I'm with the other guys.
I'd be lost without that connection.
I have a great love and much appreciation for them.
My name is Michael.
My name is Carlos.
My name is Kevin, and I'm a member of the Elizabeth Taylor 50 Plus Network.
Hi, I'm Dan Maldonado and have been involved in HIV/AIDS advocacy since 1982 when my former boss, California Congressman Ed Roybal, put in the first federal appropriations for HIV and AIDS community outreach and research. This advocacy was at a time when many in Congress looked the other way and refused to address this disease as a public health crisis. Today is World AIDS Day, a day to come together to remember those who have lost their lives to AIDS. But it's also a day to remind the public that AIDS remains a global epidemic with much more to be done. The work of both the Los Angeles LGBT Center and the San Francisco AIDS Foundation is vitally important to deliver the necessary HIV and AIDS services that support so many throughout our community. As part of World AIDS Day, I join you in the advocacy and funding of these leading organizations and thank you for your strong continued support.
Hi, I'm Philip Spencer Huff, President of the San Francisco Lesbian Gay Freedom Band, the official band of San Francisco and the first openly gay musical organization in the world. The band is proud to support AIDS Life Cycle and TogetheRide, benefiting the 1.2 million Americans, like me, living with HIV/AIDS today. The band has been very busy this year despite the pandemic, having created brand new virtual rehearsal and performance methods from scratch. We've recorded 7 shelter-in-place productions so far, which were all featured in our October 24th concert from home, which you can view on YouTube. One of those songs is This Is Me from The Greatest Showman, which is becoming a pride anthem celebrating individuality. But for now, I need to get going to my own daily run. This year, I'm on track to actually have run 6,000 miles, and some of those from October will be going towards TogetheRide. So enjoy This Is Me and have a wonderful and safe holiday season.
World AIDS Day comes right at the beginning of the season of giving. We asked a few of your fellow participants what this season means to them. Let's take a gander at a response.
Hi, I'm Ellen Haller.
And I'm Joanne Engel.
And we're the co-captains of the TogetheRide team Tour de France. The season of giving means so much to me because I care deeply about the causes of the San Francisco AIDS Foundation and the LA LGBT Center. It's so important to support people living with HIV and AIDS. And that's why I ride, and that's why I fundraise. And this time of year, it couldn't be more critically important.
I'm especially thrilled that our Tour de France team can reach across the U.S. this year to bring in as many riders and participants as possible, and particularly to build a community during these unprecedented times of the COVID pandemic. One thing new for us is we're encouraging people not only to help, of course, support these important organizations, but actually to join our team and participate.
Right.
As an infectious disease specialist training in the 1980s, I grew up with the HIV epidemic and know how important it is to continue to do everything we can to both fight and cure HIV and to provide medical care and other services for people living with HIV.
I've also taken care of long-term survivors of HIV with depression and survivor guilt. So I know the impact of this epidemic, and I think we all need to do everything we can because AIDS is still here.
I think particularly during these times, fundraising is so important. We've all been impacted by the pandemic, but continuing to provide healthcare and services for people who may not have easy access to healthcare is even more important during the pandemic times.
So please join us in fundraising for the TogetheRide.
How cute are those Tour de France jerseys? Thank you, Joanne and Ellen, for sharing your efforts, and congrats on your fundraising journeys so far. I'm Kaylin, the Southern California Director for TogetheRide. World AIDS Day provides us an opportunity to ensure that we continue to bring attention to the HIV and AIDS epidemic and to call for an increased response to move forward in ending AIDS. Today, we have a platform to share the importance of our mission with the world. TogetheRide is a global community connected by our mission to end AIDS. We are logging a collective 1.2 million miles through June 30th to shine a light on the 1.2 million people in the United States living with HIV and AIDS. By participating in the TogetheRide, you are ensuring that San Francisco AIDS Foundation and the Los Angeles LGBT Center are able to continue providing the care and services needed to move closer to a generation without HIV and AIDS. We invite you today to utilize the World AIDS Day template in your participant center to reach out to your network and ask for their support. Tell them why this mission is so important to you and what their participation in your success means for our benefiting organizations. You can also use the TogetheRide app to send texts to your friends, family, and coworkers and update them on your journey with the TogetheRide so far. Bonus, when you use the World AIDS Day template today to reach out to your network, you'll get the latest fundraising badge to add to your repertoire. During this season of giving, join us in saying thank you to the essential workers of the Los Angeles LGBT Center and San Francisco AIDS Foundation. We've placed a thank you letter in your participant center. As a direct result of your efforts to fundraise, these essential workers are able to provide culturally competent care to the clients of our organizations. Thank you.
Hi, this is Sam Harris coming to you from my kitchen. Today is World AIDS Day, the day that we come together to remember those who have lost their lives to AIDS. Together, we can do our part in supporting the Los Angeles LGBT Center and in San Francisco, the AIDS Foundation, to continue their efforts to help those with HIV and AIDS. And I can't think of a better way to start the giving season than to solicit your donors for contributions to TogetheRide. It is not too late. Please text or email during this next performance. You have a voice, you have power, you make a difference, and thank you. Thank you for your participation.
Hello everyone, my name is Abdullah Rasheen Hall. You can call me Abby. My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and I am the artistic director of the Trans Chorus of Los Angeles, the nation's largest chorus made up of trans men and women, gender non-conforming, gender non-binary, and intersex individuals. December 1st marks World AIDS Day. It's a day that we remember those we have lost, but also it's a day that we need to lift our voices and remind everyone that the AIDS epidemic is not over. With your support, we can provide services to the LA LGBT Center and the San Francisco AIDS Foundation, so make sure you click and donate. I'd like to present a song that the Trans Chorus collaborated with a wonderful artist, Maggie Zabo. It's called Don't Give Up. Don't give up on yourself, don't give up on love, and don't give up on us finding a cure and ending AIDS. Thank you for your support.
Everyone knows this world ain't perfect, but what you got going on, it makes you worthy. Any way you turn, or any way I slice it, someone's gonna get burned, but those scars are truly worth it. One day you'll see that the answer you seek was in front of you, baby. Love is all you need when your back's against the wall, 'cause you feel you've lost it all. There's nowhere left to turn and no one left to call. There's someone just like you who feels the same way too. Why would you surrender? Don't give up on love. On love, on love, on love. On love, on love, on love.
Sometimes it feels things won't get better, but in time you realize nothing lasts forever.
One day you'll see that the answer you seek was in front of you, baby. Love is all you need when your back's against the wall, 'cause you feel you lost it all. There's nowhere left to turn and no one left to call. There is someone just like you who feels the same way too. Why would you surrender? Don't give up on love. On love, on love, on love. On love, on love. When your hope has run away,
Don't give up,
if you've ever been betrayed,
don't give up,
when you fire your last
give
ride,
up.
why would you surrender? Don't give up on love when your back's against the wall, 'cause you feel you've lost it all. There's nowhere left to turn and no one left to call. There's someone just like you who feels the same way too. Why would you surrender? Don't give up on love. On love, on love, on love. On love, on love, on love.
What the season of giving is about to me. At first, I would think that the season of giving meant spending lots of money on gifts for my family. After all, that is the purpose of the holidays for many people. But the real meaning of the season is not that at all. It's about showing support to someone who is feeling down, showing genuine care and compassion to those that are in need, knowing that the holidays can be a very difficult time for people who are struggling financially, those who may be estranged from their families, people who are homeless and hungry. So during the season of giving, we should all look for opportunities to serve. Raising money for TogetheRide is one of the ways that we can all provide that much needed assistance, including medical care, testing, and prevention services for those living with HIV and AIDS. Our family has benefited firsthand from the generous support of others from this great organization, just as countless other families have. So when you think about it, the season of giving shouldn't just be something that happens during the holidays. It's something that should be practiced year-round. There's no better feeling in the world than to know that your kindness made the difference in someone's life. And when you're kind to others, others may be kind back to you. So let's never forget about what the season of giving is really about. It's about service and it's about love.
Thank you for sharing what the season of giving means to you. My name is Megan Minkiewicz. I am a 15-year veteran of the ride, top fundraiser, and a member of Team Gutter Bunnies. Each year on World AIDS Day, I kick off my fundraising efforts with an email communication to all past, present, and future donors. Basically, everyone in my network is included. I find that this is the best way to reach as many people as possible and hook them in from the beginning. I follow up monthly with an email communication on training progress, fundraising progress, fun facts about the beneficiaries, anything that I can do to keep them engaged and understand why this ride is so important to me and why I participate. I'm also hoping this year that I can leverage the TogetheRide for getting more donors to actually participate. So a little different this year, but I think we all have the opportunity to raise as much money as we can.
Hi, I'm Tim Seelig, the Artistic Director of the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus. We're so happy to be with you tonight. TogetheRide. What a great evening. What does World AIDS Day mean to me? I lived through the first pandemic. In fact, I'm HIV positive, a long-time survivor, and now we're in our second pandemic. We want to be with you tonight, and we want to give you the gift of this song, a mashup of True Colors and Brave, because you are truly brave.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You could be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. But I wonder what could happen. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show. I wanna see you, just wanna see you. I wanna see you, I wanna see you be brave. Show me your smile. Everybody's been there, everybody's been there.
We're fortunate today to have members of the Positive Peddlers as well as New Bear Republic. Thank you for joining us today. What does a season of giving mean to you? What does giving mean to you as an individual?
Paying it forward because I recognize that I have privilege in that I have my job, I have food, I have heat, I have a roof over my head, I have all these things, and there's so many people who don't. And so I give money to different charities.
I work at a local LGBT food bank with some family and friends that I've kind of recruited to work weekly on Thursday nights through the year.
This reminder that our communities really grow stronger the more we give and put out there. So trying to make everyone around me benefit from the smallest and littlest of actions.
And I'm really just lending that hand to another human being who just needs maybe a little lift, a little push, a little something extra to just get through.
It's nice to be able to connect. So I think we should do everything we can in person to connect with those around us as much as possible, as much as this pandemic will allow.
Being a little sassy, or a donation, or finding somebody outside of a Starbucks. I'm getting a latte and they don't have anything.
Man, I want to ride again. I want to get out there and I want to raise some money and help some people.
Gratitude for our gifts and just sharing what we have.
Make somebody's life easier with a smile, with a phone call, and spread the love.
Giving back to the community, not just your local community, but also state and worldwide, quite honestly.
I'm very grateful and very fortunate to still have my job. I'm very grateful for my family and that they accept me.
Just giving that spirit and that actual camaraderie to connect, the world can connect and say, you know what, we care.
About being a part of something bigger than myself, about being a part of a team, about being a part of giving together. This
is a tough season for so many people. So let's make sure everybody's loved.
Yeah, just caring for everyone in these super challenging times we have right now.
Reaching out to a family member who is going through a more difficult time than myself.
It just hit me just tonight. I'll basically be spending the holidays by myself with this disease. I can't really go home to see the family. And my closest friends are all high risk.
The season of giving is the group of people that I'm looking at right now. I'm so fortunate to be surrounded by the most amazing individuals and to know that there are people out there that give back and think of other people and put other people first, seeing what it's like to be part of an organization or organizations of people that truly love and care for each other. And I don't think that I could ever ask for anything better than that.
That makes me feel my heart. Thank you for joining us on this journey. With your help kicking off end-of-year fundraising, we can ensure the continued services of San Francisco AIDS Foundation and the Los Angeles LGBT Center. Now, grab your candle and your lighter. It is time for our candlelight vigil. If you would like to participate in the candlelight vigil, remember to go to your fundraising page. In the participant center, you'll find the Zoom link to click on and join the vigil. Or you can continue to watch the live broadcast and witness the candlelight vigil in honor of those we have lost and those who are still living with HIV. Welcome to the TogetheRide blessing for World AIDS Day.
Hi, my name is Sister Daphne from the Order of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, Berlin.
Hi, my name is Sister Mona Key.
My name is Aspirant Guard Elvis Institute from Le Couvent des Travaux, Lyon, France.
My name is Sister Visa Decline.
Hi, my name is Sister Belladonna Summer from the San Francisco Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Hi, my name's Sister Harley Delight.
I'm Sister Glamour Emma Ding Dong.
My name is Sister Goldilocks. I'm from the San Francisco House.
My name is Sister Angelina Holy.
My name is Sister Melody.
My name is Sister June Cleavage of the Los Angeles Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
Tonight you will be participating in a traditional candle blessing, honoring those we have lost to AIDS. To help us with our blessing, we will be joined by my fellow Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence from houses all across the world. Say hello, sisters. To participate, you may want to have a candle and a lighter with you. You and the sisters will perform this blessing with thousands of other people whose lives have been touched by the loss of those we've loved, and who are inspired to work hard to prevent the loss of any more. Though we cannot be in one location tonight, yet we will be a galaxy of lights spread across the land. And now, our blessing.
In the darkest part of our year, we remember
that in darkness, we bring light.
In sickness, we bring help, we bring hope.
Death separates a soul from a lifetime.
The life is ended. The soul is eternal.
We remember each life. We bless each soul.
May the souls of each one we have loved and lost be blessed.
May light surround them and carry them forward.
May we receive their blessing. May their light shine upon us.
Puissions-nous partager leur bénédiction avec le monde.
May we remember their love always.
May we share their love with all others.
Möge die Liebe, die Sie in unserem Herzen hinterlassen haben, uns inspirieren, alle anderen zu inspirieren.
May our light bring light to the world.
Bless the participants. Bless the donors. Bless the staff.
Bless the start and bless the finish.
Bless the road and bless the rest.
Now, let us light our candle and observe a moment of silence. If you wish, you can say the name of someone lost to AIDS. Say the name aloud to your light. Though they are apart, no soul is ever lost. May your light continue to shine through darkness. And save your candle for when we see you again in the time of year that is filled with light.